So, I didn't want to talk about it. I'm realizing how goofy I look with sunglasses on the top of my beanie. But anyhow, I didn't want to talk about it because it's been plastered everywhere, but I think that it just needs to be talked about at this rate. We can't continue as a society in America going on the way we're going. This election was just a complete shit show. Regardless of how you feel about the war overseas, there's a lot of casualties that were innocent people, and that's not right. That's not okay. And we as Americans are unfortunately funding that. It's genocide. It doesn't matter how you look at it, there's, a couple thousand killed in Israel, and there's like over 46,000 dead. Where's the justification? Eye for an eye to the point where there's nothing left? No. It's not right. And both candidates support it. So it didn't matter how you felt or who you supported, you're still supporting evil. Doesn't matter if it's the lesser of two evils, it's still evil. It was made evident when COVID happened that we were on the wrong path. We weren't doing things right. If we can afford to hand out stimulus checks in multiple thousands of dollars, not once, but twice, and sometimes in 3 cases, for every American, why can't we routinely do better? If you can hand out multiple millions in one shot, why can't we have healthcare taken care of? Right? It's the greed is just absurd in America. The 1% just keeps getting richer and richer, and they have an appetite that just won't quit. When is enough enough? When is it enough? I am so beyond just, I'm trying to be okay in this time and place that we live in, but it's not okay. It's not all right. We can send trillions of dollars to help arm Israel, but we can't take care of our own goddamn people. It's fucked. The whole system is fucked. We just obliterate our resources, put almost no money into giving back to the earth, which has sustained us for the beginning of time. We can't clean our waters properly. We're dumping oil in the fucking ocean. Climate change is a very real thing, and we're doing almost nothing to stop it. But when it comes to the bread, the dinero, we have no problem stepping up and taking action. Throwing money around like it's nothing. But when it comes to the things that matter, the people that live here, the homeless, the mentally ill, we don't give a fuck, right? Why? How did we get so far from the path? If we can hand out stimulus checks in millions of dollars because of an illness, why can't we continually, at a lower cost rate, take care of people? Why is there not a budget for healthcare? Why is there not a budget for mental health care? And it should be encompassed, but it's not. They're the same thing. You wonder why we have such civil disobedience, it's because everything's fucked and a lot of people don't know how to cope. And I feel like this election fired things off. There was a warning today in my little town in Vermont that somebody decided to have an outrage with a gun at a local supermarket. Probably because of the elections. Probably because of the path that we're going down. Because people have had enough. It's causing a disturbance. It really is. And I've felt this way, and I've been biting my tongue, and I'm trying not to scare people, and I'm trying to live my best life and create happiness and peace where I can. But it is getting goddamn hard. Every day it's getting harder. Because the middle class is getting demolished. The rich can't ever stop getting richer. How much money do you need to have? How much money does each person need to have before it's too much? Why are they getting the tax cuts? Why is it the people with a surplus are getting told that they don't have to share? You're told when you're a little kid, sharing's caring. Golden rule, treat others the way you want to be treated. If you have the means to give, then do so. Why are we just cutting off the people that need the resources the most? So everybody else can have a surplus? The top 3 income makers in America could afford by themselves to take care of all of America. Just think about that. Those top 3, if they really fucking cared about other people other than themselves, they could build homes, they could provide health care. I'm talking free health care. We've seen it all over the planet. They've got it in Scandinavia, in several countries over there. They've got it in Australia. They've got it in Canada. Why can't we do that here? Why can't we just for once take care of the people instead of treating them like cogs in a machine and not giving a crap? You're incentivized to keep having children, but we don't want to take care of them. We want to make it so that the parents are never present. They have to work all the time. And then the kids are going to take their place when the parents eventually keel over. It's a vicious cycle. It's been going on too long. It started with the coal mines and the, economic boom of industrialization. Industry doesn't work. Sustainability works. We have planned obsolescence all around us and nobody talks about it. The perfect example was the light bulb. The original, I can't think of it off the top of my head, but there was like a whole coupe. There's this, it's real. Look it up. Look up why light bulbs don't last as long as they should, and you'll find your way to this information. But basically, there is a single light bulb, and it was installed in a fire department, and it had continually gone for multiple decades. And, there was this competition to make the bulb better. Somebody finally made it about as good as it gets. And they said, wait a second, there's no money in this. They said, if we only sell one, a handful of them to a family and they never have to purchase them again, then we don't keep making money. So that prime example right there. Let's not take care of people. Let's take care of our pockets. It's disgusting. It really is. I hate how gluttonous the United States of America has become. And greed, especially with money, it's disgusting. How can you tell me that for the past 5 or 6 years, America has been in debt, but we can afford to shell out a few trillion to some war that doesn't even involve us? It shouldn't. And we're on the wrong side of it? I'm blown away. I have to get this out there in the open. There's going to be a civil war. There's going to be. There's going to be an uprising. People have had enough bullshit. The middle class outpopulates the 1%. That's why they're called the 1%. We have had enough. We shouldn't have to work 50 hours a week to put food on the table and maybe buy a home. I'm tired of it, man. Those that have cannot get enough, and those that do not have cannot obtain. It's not sustainable. Yet those that have rely on the people that don't have to give them more. I'm done. Catch me moving my family to Denmark, Sweden. I'm done. I hate being an American. I have no patriotism. I hate the way this country is ran. I hate the people that are in charge. I hate the way things are. And I'm sure a lot of you do too. There needs to be a petition or some sort of, I don't know. I don't know how we go about changing it, but it needs to be done. All right. I'm going to try and carry out the rest of my day, and I'm going to try and calm myself down. But mark my words, if shit doesn't change with the way this country is ran, it's going to blow up in everybody's face. There's no two ways about it. I've been trying to hide in the mountains and disregard urban life and its toiling and its disgustingness, breathing that polluted air just so you can work in a factory that's expanding to pollute more air, to make things that we don't need, but we're told from a young age that we should have and we have to have so that people will like us, not for who we are, but what we have. I'm done. Catch me burning everything I own and removing labels, and I'm just done. I'm done supporting big companies. I'm done lining the pockets of the 1%. Catch me for tax evasion. Maybe. I don't know. I just got married, so I'm getting a better tax break. We'll see how that goes. But why? Why should I have to pay the government if they're not taking care of us? Why should I pay the government when the majority of the government's money is going overseas and it's in deficit? They're taking more and more from us, but yet still they're in debt. How does that make sense? America's got a spending issue, and it's relying on its younger brothers and sisters to take care of it, when America needs to step the fuck up and grow up. take care of its children, not just itself. I'm sorry that I have to put this out here and be this in the face of the public, but it needs to be said. I'm over it. I am over it. How do we elect a felon as a president? How does a man who has gone bankrupt and then re-become a millionaire several times in his life through loopholes, laundering, and who knows what else? How does he become president? How does the guy that supports Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Sean Combs, whoever the hell you want to call him, the dude that's sex trafficking at his parties and drugging innocent people, they're buddy, yet somehow he got elected. And who do we blame in that case, right? Because if the majority voted for this guy, then the majority is either being kept in the dark or they're just too blind to see. There should be an aptitude test for voting, is what needs to happen. That will make for better leaders, right? You need a GED to go to work, but you only have to be 18 to vote. I need to be smart enough to be a cog in the machine, but I can be as dumb as I want to elect somebody else to run the machine. Wake up, America. Go independent. Next election, independent. Vote on the people, not the parties. The two-party system is flawed. You're only voting for hidden agendas anyhow. The illusion of freedom. There's no freedom in that. There's no real leaders anymore. There's no personable people. Just sheep. The sheep are flocking the other sheep, telling them where to go. And money's encouraging it. Which puppet do you want running your life? Is the electoral system. That's what it is. You don't need to know who the puppeteer is. Just enjoy the show. The puppeteer is robbing everyone blind, but we're too focused on the show. Wake up, people. Ask for better because we deserve better. That's all I'm saying. Sorry that I can't end this on an up note and be positive like my other videos, but it needs to be heard. Do better, America.